Debt can feel impossible when everything is coming at you at once. Credit cards, car loans, personal loans, medical bills, store cards, buy now, pay later payments, and that one random account you forgot about until it sends an email with the emotional warmth of a parking ticket. When every debt is yelling at the same time, most people panic, or they ignore it and hope the debt gets bored and leaves. Sadly, debt does not get bored. Debt is very committed. So today, we're breaking down the Debt Snowball Method. A simple debt payoff plan that helps you pay off debt, build momentum, and finally start feeling like you are winning with money. The Debt Snowball Method is simple. You list your debts from smallest balance to largest balance. You make minimum payments on everything. Then every extra dollar goes toward the smallest debt first. Not the scariest debt. Not the loudest debt. The smallest balance. Once that smallest debt is paid off, you take the money you were paying on it and roll it into the next smallest debt. Then you keep going, one debt at a time. As each debt disappears, your payment power gets bigger. That is why it is called a snowball. It starts small, then it grows, and eventually, it starts smashing through debt like a financial bowling ball. The reason this works is simple. Debt payoff is not just about numbers. It is about behavior, motivation, stress, momentum, and the fact that most humans are not robots. If personal finance was only about math, everyone would already be rich, shredded, and meal prepping chicken in perfectly labeled containers. But we are people. We need wins. We need progress. We need to feel like something is actually changing. That is what the debt snowball gives you. Quick wins. And quick wins matter. Because when you pay off that first small debt, something changes. You stop feeling like the debt owns you. You think, wait a minute, I can actually do this. That feeling is fuel. And when you are trying to get out of debt, fuel matters. So here is exactly how to use the Debt Snowball Method. Step number 1. Write down every debt you owe. Do not guess. Do not estimate. You need the real numbers. Credit cards, personal loans, medical bills, store cards, car loans, old balances. Anything you owe. Write down the name of the debt, the total balance, and the minimum payment. This may feel uncomfortable. It might feel like opening a financial haunted house. But you cannot beat what you refuse to look at. Your debt list is not there to shame you. It is there to give you a target. Debt feels scarier when it is vague. Once it is written down, it becomes a plan. Step number 2. Organize your debts from smallest balance to largest balance. This is the key. Smallest debt first. Largest debt last. You are not ranking them by which company sends the most dramatic emails. You are simply putting them in order by balance. If you have a store card with $300, a medical bill with $800, a credit card with $2,000, and a car loan with $12,000, the first target is the $300 store card. That is where the snowball begins. Step number 3. Pay the minimum payment on every debt. The debt snowball does not mean ignoring your other bills. You still make the minimum payments on everything. Because missed payments can create late fees, damage your credit, and make the mess worse. And we are trying to clean up the mess, not give it a villain origin story. So every month, minimum payments go to every debt. Then all extra debt payoff money goes to the smallest balance. Step number 4. Attack the smallest debt with everything extra. This is where the snowball starts moving. Let's say your smallest debt is $300, and the minimum payment is $25. But after your budget, you can find an extra $100. Instead of spreading that extra money across 5 different debts, put it all on the smallest debt. Now that debt is getting hit with $125. And soon, it is gone. That is the win. That is the moment your brain says, "Oh, we are not just surviving anymore. We are fighting back." One debt is gone. One payment is gone. One mental burden is gone. And momentum begins. Step number 5. Roll that payment into the next debt. This is the part people mess up. When they pay off one debt, they free up a payment. Then they treat that extra money like a raise. Suddenly it becomes restaurant money, Amazon money. I deserve this money. But that payment is not free spending yet. That payment is your snowball. So if you were paying $125 on the first debt, and now that debt is gone, you take that $125 and add it to the next smallest debt. When that one is gone, you roll both payments into the next one. Then the next. Then the next. That is how the snowball grows. You are not starting over each time. You are stacking power. Step number 6. Stop adding new debt. This is huge. You cannot build a snowball while someone is standing there with a flamethrower. And new debt is the flamethrower. If you are paying off credit cards but still using them for random purchases, the plan will feel impossible. If you pay off a store card and then use it again, you are not snowballing. You are shoveling snow uphill during a blizzard. So while you are using the debt snowball method, freeze the debt. Stop adding to it. Use cash or debit where possible. Pause unnecessary spending. Avoid buy now, pay later. Avoid new payment plans. The goal is to stop the bleeding long enough to actually heal. Step number 7. Find extra money for the snowball. The debt snowball works faster when you give it more fuel. That does not mean you need to ruin your life. You do not need to sell all your furniture and eat plain rice under a single light bulb. But you do need to get intentional. Look for money leaks, food delivery, unused subscriptions, random shopping, impulse purchases, stuff sitting around your house that you could sell. You can also add income, overtime, a weekend gig, selling unused items, freelance work, a small side hustle. Even an extra $50 or $100 a month can make a difference when it is aimed at one debt. Focused money works harder. Scattered money gets tired and disappears. Step number 8. Celebrate wins without sabotaging the plan. Debt payoff is hard. So yes, celebrate when you pay off a debt. You should feel proud. But do not celebrate paying off debt by creating new debt. That is like losing 10 pounds and celebrating by eating a cake the size of a spare tire. Maybe delicious, not exactly helpful. Keep celebration small and intentional. A coffee, a dinner at home, a small treat, something that says, "I'm proud of this," without undoing the progress. Because the real celebration is freedom. Fewer payments, less stress, more breathing room, more control. So here is the debt snowball method again. Write down every debt. List them from smallest balance to largest balance. Pay minimums on everything. Attack the smallest debt with extra money. Pay it off. Roll that payment into the next debt. Stop adding new debt. Find extra money for the snowball. And keep going until the debt is gone. Simple does not mean easy. But simple is powerful. Because when you know exactly what to do, you remove confusion. And confusion is expensive. The debt snowball method works because it turns debt payoff into a series of wins. And when you start winning, you start believing. When you start believing, you keep going. And when you keep going, debt starts losing. Getting out of debt is not just about numbers. It is about taking back control. It is about no longer sending your paycheck to old decisions. It is about creating breathing room. Every debt you pay off gives you more freedom. Every payment you eliminate gives you more power. And every step forward proves that you are not stuck. You are just getting started. That is the Wealth Fix. If you want quick, simple money moves for paying off debt, building wealth, improving your money habits, and living better without pretending you hate nice things, subscribe to 10-Minute Wealth Fix.